The Support Services Team of the Department of Agrarian Reform Negros Occidental 2 is focused on continuously providing relevant and sustainable livelihood projects to farmer beneficiaries in the province. The primary goal is to understand and carry out the guideposts and directives set by the regional and central offices each semester. And here are several interventions and support services delivered and strategically crafted to ensure high accomplishment rate in the first semester. DAR Negros Occidental 2 continues to validate, profile, and monitor its assisted agrarian reform beneficiaries organizations, a strategy to come up with effective approaches of accomplishing its mission, and to assess if progress is made in achieving expected results, to spot bottlenecks in implementation, and to highlight whether there are any unintended effects to our agrarian reform beneficiaries. To develop the knowledge and skills of our farmer beneficiaries in the southern part of the province, DAR Negros Occidental 2, in collaboration with the local government unit of Pontevedra, recently launched several projects, followed by signing of Memorandum of Agreement to Kauswagan Agrarian Reform Cooperative, Pusi Farm Workers and Farmers Association, Sitio Colonia ARB's Farmers Association, and Barangay Pandan Farmers and Farm Workers Association katuwang sa pagbabago. And more than 400 farmers will benefit from the 2.5 million worth of projects to be implemented this year. DAR Negros Occidental 2 has been undertaking various training programs for ARBs. Some are in partnership with other agencies and non-government organizations. It aims to develop and strengthen the knowledge, skills, and attitudes of ARBs in ARC organizations and sectoral federations, to establish functional and empowered organizations, to own and control productive resources, manage area-based rural enterprises, and develop basic social services systems. Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty. It is a government-initiated program addressing food security, hunger, and poverty through the cooperation and convergence of essential services of government agencies. The activity aims to promote the products of our beneficiaries' organizations, and in DAR Negros Occidental 2, Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Organizations had its signing of marketing agreement between military units and armed forces of the Philippines. In an effort to improve the lives of the agrarian reform beneficiaries in the rural areas, DAR Negros Occidental 2 intensifies the provision of support services by creating more agrarian reform beneficiaries organizations nationwide, so that more farmers would gain from it, as most of the support given to farmers are passed on through organizations since they are united in their goals to improve their agricultural and economic lives, and knows what to prioritize in terms of identifying the concerns and requirements of the organization. Department of Agrarian Reform Region 6 turned over more than 19 million worth of projects to provincial government of Negros Occidental relative to the implementation of Sustainable and Resilient Agrarian Reform Communities Project, or the SURE ARC, involving ARB organizations in the province. Out of 19.7 million, the provincial government will implement 13.4 million worth of projects to agrarian reform communities in northern Negros and 5.7 million worth of projects to ARCs in southern Negros. Department of Agrarian Reform Negros Occidental 2, with the Central Philippine State University, signed a Memorandum of Understanding regarding Project Sanduloy, promoting healthy food, mostly planted by rural farmers in upland communities. and engagement to contribute towards the fulfillment of the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly in eradicating hunger, promoting healthy lifestyle, food security, promoting livelihood opportunities, and partnership for the goals, among others. Dar Negros Occidental 2 has partnered with the Department of Labor and Employment, which common goal is to help ARB organizations in an undertaking with Department of Labor and Employment Integrated Livelihood Program. Through its program, it will open new opportunities to advance business enterprise of ARB organizations and will uplift the lives of its members. Dar Negros Occidental 2 signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Binalbagan Isabela Sugar Company Incorporated, where Dar Negros 2 collaborates with BISCOM to assist in the implementation of support services for the provision of market linkages, technology transfer, agri-extension services, and business development trainings, basic marketing and skills, agricultural inputs on production, and other livelihood programs. Pang-Agarang Tulay para sa Bagong Bayanihan ng mga Magsasaka, or the PBDD bridges, in collaboration with other national government agencies and LGUs. A 28.24 billion fund is allocated and will be distributed to 350 selected ARCs nationwide. For Dar Negros Occidental 2, covering the 4th, 5th, and 6th District, 13 priority bridges were identified in 9 cities and municipalities and was already endorsed through Provincial Development Council and as part of the requirements by National Economic Development Authority. Barangay Agrarian Reform Council, or BARC, is essential in the implementation of Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. They assist DAR personnel in executing land acquisition, land distribution, delivering support services, and solving agrarian disputes at the lower level. In order to secure accurate delivery of services, the DAR continuously capacitated the BARC through conduct of trainings related to the 3 major final outputs of Department of Agrarian Reform. These trainings shall be their foundation in relaying information and rendering accurate services to the Department of Agrarian Reform beneficiaries, and landowners. Sustainability monitoring and evaluation is regularly conducted by the Department of Agrarian Reform Negros Occidental 2 on foreign-assisted projects. Through the conduct of geotagging and the use of geomapping, the Department of Agrarian Reform will be able to assess the sustainability of the completed foreign-assisted infrastructure projects in agrarian reform areas. It will also help evaluate the local government unit and people organization as to the sustainability and maintenance of project based specifically on a signed memorandum of agreement. In order to widen its scope and for more effective, efficient, and more focused in terms of delivering various services under the program, DAR officials, specifically in Negros Occidental 2, pushed for the implementation or the activation of DCIT in various cities and municipalities within the congressional district. Furthermore, the said activation aimed to resolve different issues and concerns in congressional district level, which needs special attention on agrarian reform and rural development. This will allow departments and agencies to align their respective programs and projects with a comprehensive agrarian reform program, directing the Department of Agrarian Reform to accelerate the agrarian reform beneficiaries' development through the provision of economic and social infrastructure support and providing the necessary implementing mechanisms for the purpose. These support services are relevant for our economic and social development. These will pave the way for growth and opportunities to our ARBs. We in Dar Negros Occidental 2 Program Beneficiaries and Development Division We are ready for challenges just to bring these support services to our ARBs. Dar Negros Occidental 2 Program Beneficiaries and Development Division. Padayon.